Because the way one comes into the full presence of God is to worship Him. Is to worship Him. That's where it starts. And then everything flows out from there, including your prayers during the week by which you maintain the strength you're given, and then also to prepare yourself for the next week or the next week so we can receive that power from on high again. And when we talk about the power from on high, we're talking about something that's tangible, we're talking about something that's concrete, we're talking about something that is experiential. Because all energy, including the power of God, the supreme energy, all energy has surface, you know. Energy doesn't just float around in the air amorphously. When we create electricity at a dam or a nuclear plant or something like that, we have to carry that energy to the person who needs it. That's why we got telephone poles all over the place. That's the way reality is structured. But it's the same with God. In order to experience the power and the energy of God, we've got to be connected with God. And the way that we're connected with God is through the purification of the heart, because it's through the purification of the heart that we can come into His presence, but the presence is always one of worship. That's ultimately what it is. Father, how do you know this? Because the Scripture tells us. That's why. You know, Ezekiel's vision. He saw the throne room of God, the throne room of God, and what do the angels, thousands of angels, what do? They're always praising God. They're always praising God. Well, won't you get tired of that? No, because He's the source of life. He's the source of life. And we, being created in the image and likeness of God, are also created to be in His presence. That's why I say the prayer before the reading of the gospel. Put away the carnal stuff, it means the bodily stuff, so that we may enter a spiritual manner of living. But that word spiritual in English, it's so overused, it's robbed of any specific meaning. All we have to do is have to define it. There's the natural man and the spiritual man. The natural man is one who just is governed by his bodily appetites. The spiritual man is one who he fights against the carnal passions, overcomes them, he masters his own body, and in that struggle, in that mastering, the heart is open so that the energy of God can be received. We have to prepare ourselves for it. Before you plant the seed, you've got to prepare the ground.